Let's start off with this, Andrea, and thank you so much for taking your time here to share.
Oh, no problem. It's fine.
Yeah,
Great.
awesome. So why don't you start off by just telling me a little bit about yourself, your journey as an artist, and what led you, to Realistic Acrylic Portrait School.
Okay. Well, it's funny because I even struggle a little bit with calling myself an artist. I have sort of this idea that an artist like yourself is a full-time worker who's being supported. And so if you ask me, oh yeah, Andrea the artist, I would go, no, I think it's Andrea the nurse. So I think I'm kind of getting more familiar with that term and actually embracing that that's something that I actually really love to do. Art has been, I think, in my genes for a long time. I come from a very creative family. Music would be the creativity, but for me, it came out in art. And so I decided to do it all through school. So I became a nurse and then kind of dabbled in art off and on for a little bit. I love the human body, and so have done things like drawing, not a ton of portraits, sculpture I've been involved with clay. And I think for me getting into, I did have an experience early on in my painting where I had been given a critique or critique, let's say, that, and the woman said to me, she was a professional artist, and she said to me, you draw with your paints. And that was, that to me was interpreted as a really bad thing, when in fact I actually realized there actually is a style that kind of enhances that or uses that gift, or right. And so
Right.
But for me at the time I felt it was a bad thing, and so I tossed painting. I was like, I can't do it. Went and tried some other things, and I think for me, when I came back, I discovered you just through the internet. I was on YouTube. I look at lots of different courses that are available. I saw some of the things that you were offering, and then my first glazing experience was this one, was Macca.
Yes.
So she's my first portrait. Yep.
Yeah, it is an excellent portrait too. I mean, I can see it in the background there, and you have the values in the right place, and the skin tones, and the form and contrast between her and the background. It's so well done.
Well, I learned a lot, and I think that's the great thing about this, is that I just keep, you keep learning. I don't think that there's ever an end to our learning.
Have you had any struggles in your painting? I think you alluded to it a little bit with that art teacher instructor saying that you kind of paint like someone would draw, but what kind of struggles have you had in painting before taking my classes?
I love color. And I think one of the things that this is probably not a great answer, but what's coming to my mind is that even the fact that you use the names of the paints is so helpful, because I would have painted before. As I said, I got discouraged. I ended up going into more abstract stuff because I loved color. I did some mixed media work for a bit. But it's shifted now. It feels a different focus now when I'm looking at, okay, this is the particular type of phthalo blue or ultramarine blue, and these two colors bring this together. And so those kinds of things are new for me. Learning warm and cool, and learning values was not really part of kind of what I did prior to coming into the course. So that's been huge for me. I want to say that the feedback that's given in the school is incredibly encouraging. I think the way that you have you've really modeled an approach of kindness and and encouragement that enhances people's learning wherever they are in the spectrum of portrait painting. And people can come in brand new with nothing and they'll still feel encouraged. And that's huge, because that just helps people learn. It just fosters the environment of learning and growth and change. I guess I'm really sensitive to that because of my own experience of feeling like, oh, you draw with your paints, and I just tossed painting for a while. And so I love that it's a very encouraging atmosphere wherever you are on the spectrum.
Yeah, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. That means a lot to me, and that's what I strive for, because I know what it feels like to be encouraged and how much of a boost that gives you. And I know what it's like for maybe not so much in art, but in other areas of my life, for people to be very critical, and how devastating that can be, and how it was really difficult to overcome. I never want to do that to somebody else. So yeah, that's awesome. And we have so many good people in our school that are so encouraging and really helpful to each other and kind, and it's just wonderful to be a part of it. So all that to say that I think you're doing a fantastic job, with the 2 paintings I see there. And how long have you been portrait painting? How many portrait paintings have you done?
She was my first with the glazing, and then I did this guy, and I got this one.
Yeah. Wow.
So quite early on. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
early.
So you have done 3 portrait paintings. I mean, maybe you've done more than that, but the 3 you have represented here. And Mako is your first.
Yeah.
And that is so well done. Man, that's awesome. And
the other reason why I went to the All-Access membership is because I discovered that there were people that were getting other videos that I wasn't getting.
Oh.
And I was like, what? You've got to be kidding me. I need to know how to do X, Y, and Z. And what do you mean I don't get to see this? Because I was now, you'd now opened this door to this wonderful expression, and I wasn't getting all of it. And so I was like, so I don't think I've actually even finished all the videos that you did, that I'd like to go through and do that. So, yeah.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. Cause I had the bonus videos and I just couldn't fit it in all the free lessons. There were so many more hours it took to complete the painting. And I'm like, well, I'll just document my process and put it up in the school.
Right.
And it does give people an incentive to sign up, and it makes sense. It makes sense because
it does. You could still do it without it, but it caught my eye to go, oh, what am I missing out on? Or I can see that you've worked on it between, and I didn't see what that was. And so as somebody who was wanting to learn and grow in that area, I was like, oh, hang on a minute. I want to see. I want to see this. So that was also part of it too. It's like, I'm missing out.
And nobody wants to miss out, do they? So that's cool. I mean, we have to do what we have to do to encourage people to take the next step. And also I wanted to give value to those who are already All Access members and really treat them like gold in that way.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, how has the All Access membership, the classes there, the community, just the different benefits of it, how has it helped you in your portrait painting?
This is, as I said, this is pretty new to me. I also did my grandson and just kind of something on the side. I love the community, as I've said to you, with the weekly critiques. I learn a lot, although my painting has not been in there. I learn a lot from that. I find the encouragement really helpful. The Facebook page, all of that is just a wonderful, encouraging atmosphere to continue on. I just think that wherever you are in the spectrum of portrait painting, this would be my ad to you, Matt, that wherever you are, you have the ability to bring people to the next level. Your instruction is clear and patient, and just very straightforward and kind, and so it just is an atmosphere that allows people to learn. So as an educator myself, I think that it's huge.
Wow. Well, with coming from an educator, that means a lot. Thank you, Andrea.
Oh no, you're very welcome.
It's good to see that community aspect, and
Mm-hmm.
you
And when
oftentimes,
you're new, I was just going to say, when you're new to the glazing technique, you don't know, right? You don't know. You need someone who's more experienced in it to say, hang in there.
yeah, exactly. Just to stick with the process and don't give up. But it does help you. The patience aspect and perseverance really helps you as an artist, and then I think also builds character in you as a person too. So yeah.
Are you telling me I need to be more patient, Matt?
Well, I wasn't wanting to delve into counseling or psychology.
Ask my husband and kids, they might agree.
Yeah, I think I'm going to stick with just being an art teacher. No, but it's all good. I think it helps us. Yeah, just happy to help wherever I can.
Thank you so much. I'm learning a ton and really enjoying it. So
awesome, Andrea. Well, thank you so much for taking the time and for your blessing for me on my birthday. God bless you. Have a good rest of your day.
Thank you, and happy birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. Woo. See you later.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye.